Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to visit a country for the first time. This is the first time I've actually got one of these rations. This is a Danish or Denmark army ration. It's a 24-hour ration. So let's get this on a table and see what this pack contains. And as you can see, I now have here on the table this Danish 24-hour military ration. So this comes in a simple brown box, a little bit similar to how the old British rations used to be, but a lot less strong. It has a little bit of information printed on the front there. This menu is NR12. It says the calories are 3,779 and a little hint of the contents. I think the main here is the pasta bolognese. So simple cardboard box with batch numbers and things all over. So what do you actually get in a 24-hour Danish ration? As I said, this is the first time I've had one of these. So it's a little flap on the side there and very large impressive set of contents filled to the top. We'll just move this to one side and straight off the bat there is a dehydrated, so it's freeze dried pasta bolognese. Now I do believe that they do a cold weather version and a warm weather, so this is probably the cold weather version, that's why it's freeze dried. We also have the chocolate muesli made by Orifo. We also have some mackerel in tomato sauce, so it's very nice that these are both languages including English, makes it easier for me to translate. We have some tuna flakes in water, so Orifo, most of these are Orifo. They appear a lot in a lot of the European military rations including the British ones. We have some Nut Walker cashew nuts, roasted and salted. There is a sports drink powder, and this one is peach flavour, so an isotonic drink powder, I should imagine by Sports. We have a little accessory bag, little Ziploc accessory bag which has some tape on it containing rather nice set of contents there, including the toothbrush. We'll have a closer look at those when we get them out to try. So there's a nice accessory bag. We have some fruit minis, some little fruit granules, nearly all Orifo. There is a cocoa flavoured beverage powder. Try and find space to get these on. There is a lemon flavoured beverage powder. I wonder if the cocoa is Coca-Cola flavoured, it's just the spelling of it. We have a spicy sauce. There is a Bridgeford whole wheat bread. So again, Bridgeford, well-known brand in the European and British rations. Keep digging down. There is two breads. There is another bread there. Two of the Bridgeford breads. Still going. We have some raisins. Wow, very impressive set of contents. We have some whole grain biscuits. And these look familiar. There is a strawberry banana puree. Again, seen these in the British ORPs, just different packaging. We have a chocolate bar. There is a protein bar toffee flavour. Wow, very large set of contents here. We have some peanut butter. Orifo, first time I've seen peanut butter in that sort of packaging. We have two jams, 2 jams there. It says raspberry jam, 2 raspberry jams. There is a simple box of matches. So I'm assuming the stoves are issued separately. We have 2 farmhouse patés, a farmhouse pate and a Brussels pate. So 2 patés. This box is still giving. And finally, a fruit and nut bite apricot bar. So this is the contents of this very impressive ration from Denmark. So let's come back with what I would consider breakfast laid out on a tray. Bye for now. And as you can see, I now have here laid out on the tray what I would consider breakfast from this Danish 24-hour ration. And before we go any further, let's take a closer look at that accessory pack. So straight off, you can see they include a little simple toothbrush. Let's put these to one side. There is what looks like the old style British spoons, but there are 2 of them, which is very useful to have 2 spoons instead of just the 1. We have 1, 2, 3 freeze-dried Colombian coffees. So we have Colombian coffee freeze-dried, 3 of. Put them to one side. We have 1, 2, 3 antibacterial wipes, so we'll leave one of those out. We'll need one of those in a minute. We also have what looks like 2 black teas, still going, 2 relatively large sugars. Look like feel like there's 2 teaspoons in each pack there. We have a selection of salt and pepper, so 3 of each, 3 salt, 3 pepper. So a nice little accessory pack developing here. We also have 3 V6 gum. They are all the same flavour, so 3 V6 gum. And last but not least, knocking everything over, there's 3 individually wrapped little toothpicks. So very useful accessory set. Nice little Ziploc bag as well, not as strong as you find in the British ORPs, but still very useful. So I think out of here for breakfast, I'm going to try one of the Colombian freeze-dried coffee. I do like them with sugar. I've got one of the antibac wipes. I will need one of the spoons, and I think I'll save all the rest for some of the other meals. So I just put all the other things back in the bag for a later date. Let's move that out of the way. So let's start where I like to start, and that's things that need a little bit of preparation. So for breakfast, I forgot to say what I'm going to have for breakfast. I've chosen a coffee, the lemon flavoured drinks powder. We're going to have a look at the chocolate muesli. I have some raisins, a protein bar toffee flavour, and the pureed fruit. So start off with the Colombian freeze-dried coffee, which is very simplistic packaging, no indication of the manufacturer. And sugar. There is no whiteners in this pack, I've noticed. I do like whitener, but so we're going to have black coffee. And I'm just using the spoon that came in there, so it's a medium looking roast in colour. We'll just make this up about 1/2 to 3/4 of a mug with water. So as I say, it is a black coffee, no whitener. And the next thing that needs a bit of preparation is this lemon flavoured isotonic drinks powder. Does call for 500 millilitres of water, so it's a canteen cup style. This is about 370, so not quite all of the powder needed in this instance. So we'll try and best best guess the quantity. As I say in most of my videos, you can always add, but you cannot take away. So this is a very, very fine powder there. A little bit of coffee on my spoon, but I'm sure that won't hamper the flavour. And we will make this up to a full glass. Not overly coloured, which is nice. It's not fluorescent. Okay. Now I'm going to actually open the muesli next. It does say you can just peel it off, pour the water into the bag, and it looks like it's a sealable bag. But I have a bowl, and because I can, I'm going to pour it into the bowl. Obviously the troops would just eat it straight out of this. It's a nice large portion and it's a sealable bag, but I'm just going to put mine straight in there. Nice gusseted bag also, so it would stand up. It's a nice touch. And it does call for 100 millilitres of water, but I do like a mix of hot and cold water in mine. I like my muesli warm, so I'm going to give it a bit of warm water first. I'm sure that will melt the chocolate there. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cold. Good old mix. Get that milk powder mixed in. I think that will do for now. Again, you can always add, you can't take away. So I'll just leave that for 5 minutes, a couple of minutes, just to do its thing while I open the other items. Let's have a look now at this fruit, pureed fruit, and as I did say, I'm difficulty seeing strawberry and apple. Red cap, very reminiscent of the British ORPs, but on the British ones they do have a descriptor of what the cap means. So this one is red, strawberry and apple. So we just crack that. Good way of getting fresh fruit into a ration. Moving along, we'll take a quick look at the protein bar toffee flavour. 35 grams. Very strange looking bar. That's the first time I've seen one looking like that. It looks like it's almost coated. Looks like, yeah, very interesting. First time I've seen a bar like that. It'll be interesting to try. And we have some 25 grams of raisins. So again, this one I think is going to need the introduction of an old friend, just to slit open the top there. And it is just a little selection of raisins. Just pour some of those out. So nice little raisin selection. I won't need them all, just demonstration. So start where I like to start, taking a look at the drinks. So this is the Colombian freeze-dried coffee, a nice dark looking roast. Not bitter with that sugar. Nice, deep, rich flavour. It's a good quality coffee. Personally, I would like a whitener, but even without the whitener, it's an instant coffee. It's not as good as a filter, but for an instant, it is a good quality, drinkable coffee. Not bitter, nice, gentle coffee flavour. I'll now take a look at the lemon drinks powder. Now it's nice to see, it's not overly fluorescent, you can almost see straight through, so it's a delicate lemon colour. Sweet and tart. The sugar hits you first and it's followed by the citrus draw, the sort of thing that draws your cheeks in. It's sweet, it's lemon flavoured, very lightly lemon flavoured. It's definitely artificial lemon, but it does give the hint or the indication that it could be fresh lemon squeezed in there, make a lemonade. Delicately done, nice, refreshing, sweet, tart, tasty, cold drink there. Now, it did say 5 minutes to let this muesli rest. It's probably had about 4, maybe 5. So we'll give that a stir, move on to the muesli. So, looks like a typical sort of muesli style mix. Going chocolatey, the chocolate chips are starting to melt. Sweet, chocolatey, still slightly chewy. The chocolate is dark chocolate. It tastes like it's good quality dark chocolate. Creamy, rich, tasty. The seeds are not overly firm. They're chewable. You do need teeth to chew through the oats. There are little pieces of fruit in there. I think they're pieces of apple I've just tasted. There's also some nuts in there. I think they might be hazelnuts. Nice, tasty, comforting, filling. But you do need to chew those grains. But it is a breakfast that most people would certainly enjoy. Now, I'll have a look at some of this strawberry and apple. Usually the first squidge is a little bit thick. There it is. I'm just going to throw it away. You can eat it, but it just doesn't appeal to me, the first bit, so much. So, looking like baby food, pureed fruit. Very nice. Actually taste the strawberry this time. Often the apple is overpowering and you can't taste the secondary fruits. This one you can taste the strawberry in there. So apple and strawberry. Obviously the troops would just suck that like a straw, put it in their mouth and just suck it out of the pouch. But just for demonstration, as you can see what it is. Nice, sweet, flavoursome. I'm just going to try. You could add that, I'm sure, to the muesli. So I've got a little bit on the spoon there instead of adding it all. Certainly could add it to muesli. Just adds an extra fruit flavour, but it's also enjoyable on its own. Moving along, let's take a look at some of these raisins. Standard looking raisins, quite dry. Good quality, still soft. Very little you can say about a raisin, apart from it's not stale. Slightly drier than the ones we have here in the UK, but still soft, flavoursome, sweet, tasty. Again, you could add them to the muesli mix, so a bit of extra fruit in the muesli. Actually, for me, that's one of the better things to do with it. These will become my breakfast, so they're going in. Nice way of adding a little bit more extra to the breakfast. It's a quite chewy breakfast. Need to rinse your mouth so you can continue talking. Now, I'm intrigued. First time I've seen a protein bar that looks like this. It has a sort of coating on it. It might be a white chocolate. So let's just take a little bite of that. Very much like a nugget or nougat in texture. Slight toffee flavour. I say more. Very difficult. There's another flavour in there. I think there might be possibly coconut, but it's disguised by the toffee flavour. It certainly feels like there is some nut in there. Probably that's where the protein comes from. But it is. It's soft. It's sweet. It's got a delicate toffee flavour. Caramel flavours in there. But it's enjoyable. Chewy. Nice. Enjoyable. Sweet. Something different. But certainly enjoyable. Let's have another taste of the coffee there just to refresh my palate one more time. And again, some of these antibacterial wipes. See these ones in a lot of European rations. They have started to appear every now and again in British rations as well, which is a shame because I do like their extra large ones. But these are the small paper type, very wet, and you can see my hands glistening. There's a lot of moisture on there. They're not very strong. No distinctive smell, but they'll do just to wipe away any stickiness. I think if your hands were caked up in mud, like a lot of troops' hands often are, I don't think they'd really remove the mud or the soil, but just as a little freshener, they're okay, just short-lived. So, overall, a very tasty, very enjoyable breakfast. So join me in the next video when I take a look at the lunch and dinner components. But for now, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. Thank you and goodbye.